You just farted.
I said, as I was walking in, I was like, I literally just farted.
Okay.
You have been with me from the entire journey. So it's true, this is my last professional skateboard ever. He said, Andy Schrock, the guy who owns Revive Skateboard, says if this batch sells well, he might do another one. But these were created to be the final decks, so I actually think that would be a bad idea. All of them are sign-offs, so they're all like emotionally to our core. Mine resembles my first skateboard deck ever, which was California, this beautiful landscape, like the start of an adventure. And my new deck is basically the same thing. It's the skyline, it's me moving on to greener pastures essentially. So it's interesting because it's like 4 or 5 years later and it still symbolizes something similar, which is moving on to greener pastures. And I think for me especially, I didn't realize how tough it was for me to move on to something new until I was stuck at a crossroads and I thought, well, it might just be easier if I keep doing this career because it's amazing. And I never could move on from that. So that lent to me having a 4 or 5 year horrible depression. And then my daughter was born, and ironically we had the hardest year of our lives, and that year is what turned everything around because a lot of things were forced upon me. It was like, now you have to work out because you need to stay, you need to build your longevity, you need to get stronger, you need something to do instead of going out and skating all day because you have to take care of things at home. And working out, I started actually seeing and believing because I was experiencing it, changing and becoming a different person. And to me, that's what I wanted to do for 4 or 5 years. I couldn't step out of this thing because I felt this obligation to it, making skateboard, YouTube videos, etc. And for whatever reason, I thought, well, this is the perfect thing built for me. I can't move on from this because then I'll be out in the world swimming in an ocean I don't understand. And I think what's hard and what was new for me is that every job, business, career that I've had made so much sense for the time and it felt very obvious and my body understood what was happening. And I was talking to my therapist and she was like, yeah, but things don't always go like that. There's gonna be a time period where you're gonna have to just swim in unknown waters for maybe a long time until it feels right. Like you might have to build that flow. The flow might not come naturally. So this time when I started stepping out, I started working out consistently, and even right now I'm gonna keep going because it feels so good. My life felt substantially better. So every time I step into new waters, I feel so much better. That metaphor is being dragged out like crazy. So in my room right now, I'm creating a podcast studio, and I plan to interview as many people as I can in self-help, in fitness, people with good mindsets. And I think on my YouTube channel, even though I've been positive and uplifting, it's been a lot more about entertainment rather than building a community. And I'm focused more on that now. So now I don't care about numbers in the same way. Obviously, I think it's gonna be in there, but I care about actually seeing if I can build a community of people who wanna create and be a part of the journey I'm going on while simultaneously they're going on a similar journey. So I'm new to all this. I'm not an expert in fitness. I'm not an expert in mindset. I'm an expert in skateboarding, and I'm not making skateboard specific videos. So it's gonna be a new, interesting adventure. And the podcast is gonna be people in new fields who are, wealthy and buff and have completely maybe different mindsets than what I was raised with. But the idea is to find common ground and, of course, to build a community of people who I can rely on and reach out to and finally sort of move into my new position as a human being. I've been inspired, I aspire to a lot of these people out there, but I haven't made any real change to head that direction. So this podcast is gonna be the start of actually maneuvering that way, doing the fitness, and then ideally as I become a little more comfortable in my life and comfortable with myself, being able to excel in any direction I want, skateboarding will become a bigger part of my life again. I never plan on stopping skateboarding as a whole at all, but I do plan on prioritizing a couple of other things just to make sure my life flows in the direction that I want it to, because I will never, ever, ever stop being a dreamer. I will never stop having aspirational goals. I will have very, very low seasons, but those will lead to very high seasons. And right now, this is sort of my winter arc per se, but I'm so excited to get started becoming more of the version of myself that I aspire to be. And that's pretty much it. I hope this resonates with you in some way. Again, if you're out there and you're like, oh, I don't care about this anymore, totally fine. The people out there who are like, yo, this is the same journey I'm on, you're who I'm looking for. I went to the gym 2 days ago, and as I was walking in, 2 people recognized me. One was like, oh my God, John Hill. And as I was talking to him, someone else said, oh my God, John Hill. And I realized like, oh, I have people who watch me who are on the same path as me. We're all in the gym together. They were both buffer than me, so they're actually further along in the journey. And for me to be a student again in new things is unbelievably exciting. Scary, of course, to go from an expert to that and having to build the humility to get there. But I feel very proud of myself moving in this direction. So anyways, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I will try to upload more videos like this because this is the vibe I'm feeling right now. This is the vibe I want to edit. I'm enjoying these. I want it to be fun, and hopefully on my Instagram, you'll see all the changes because right now I'm very active and adamant. I'm never ever gonna slow down. I love working, and yeah, let's get it. Let's keep going. Thanks so much. Take care, progress daily, and keep killing it.